Government drama llama ding dong talking about the IRS. So you know how there were supposed to be these free options that allowed people to file electronically with the IRS? But in the midst of all that, you had companies like TurboTax and H&R Block and other companies try to block any free option because they want you to use their software. Using the free option was already difficult for many of us, but hey, if it's not there anymore, you don't have to worry about it. As a reminder, the DOGE was involved, and we must never forget that they are still in existence. The IRS Direct File was a free online tool made by the government that was to let you file your federal tax return directly through the IRS website, so you didn't have to pay for software or go to a tax pro. As far as simple to use, kind of depends on the person, but it's supposed to be available through 2025. And it's just so unfortunate that the shareholders for TurboTax and H&R Block just won't make as much money if there's free options. Should the IRS offer free tax filing for everyone or leave it to private companies? It should be free, obviously, and honestly, it shouldn't even have to be something that we do as citizens. It should just be something that's done automatically. And as a reminder, the DOGE is not here to save money. They just want to make sure that big companies still have a lot of money. The EzFile was also part of that big, stupid bill. Last year saw about a 10% growth in participation, and this past tax season, millions of taxpayers were eligible to prepare their taxes with the free service before filing officially began. They didn't want to just get rid of EzFile, they wanted to get rid of both the direct file and the free file program. This ridiculous bill would combine the two services into one program, a public-private partnership between the IRS and private sector tax preparation services. If it sounds familiar, it is. Free File already partners with private sector companies. Doink. That doorstop of paperwork bill has passed, so let's look at what's in it. Out of any money in the Treasury not otherwise appropriated, there is hereby appropriated for the fiscal year ending September 30th, 2026, $15 million to remain available until September 30th, 2026 for necessary expenses of the Department of Treasury to deliver Congress within 90 days following the date of the enactment of this act. A report on the cost of enhancing and establishing public-private partnerships which provide free tax filing for up to 70% of all taxpayers, calculated by AGI, and to replace any direct e-file programs run by the IRS. With the way this is worded, you would think that this didn't already exist. They basically want to get rid of that and pretend that they're going to create this thing, but they're not actually going to. If they do, they're going to make sure that it doesn't actually work because that's how they operate. In that report, they also want taxpayer opinions and preferences regarding a taxpayer-funded government-run service or a free service provided by the private sector. Here's a hint. If it's provided by the quote-unquote private sector, it is not free. And if it's through the government services, yeah, you pay through it with your taxes, but just because it's not through your tax dollars, you're still going to pay if it's through a private company. This is what they're doing with everything. They're going to take away something that already exists, pretending that it didn't actually work, and then they're going to implement their own little plan if they even do that, and then they're going to basically put it at subpar working conditions. Then when people complain and say that it doesn't work, they can say, oh, well, look, I guess we can't provide this anymore because it's not actually working. As a final reminder, don't forget that the DOGE is still there poking their fingers into everything. I'm from the IRS, and I come to tax your